Tonight on Mello TV Sports, some West Indies players stood out in their first day of their warm-up game. GAYLE has opted out of this year's CPL season, and Tottenham has gotten their first victory in 8 games. We bowl off Mello TV Sports with cricket as 2 fast bowlers and 2 batsmen stood out as the West Indies held their first day of competitive cricket on the ongoing tour of England. Shannon Gabriel took 3 wickets to mark his return from ankle injury, while Azari Joseph snapped up 4 wickets as both bowled with genuine pace of the opening day of the 3-day warm-up match at Emirates Old Trafford. On the other side, Craig Brathwaite was solid as he accumulated 84 runs, while he shared a century stand with Shea Hope, who scored a stroke-filled 83. That formed the bulk of scoring as Brathwaite's 11 closed the day on 275 all out after being asked to bat first by Jason Holder's 11. In between the wicket, keeper Joshua De Silva impressed with 4 catches on his first outing at the senior level. Assistant coach Roddy Estwick said it was a solid day of cricket as they continue preparations for the 3-test series, which bowls off on July 8 at the Aggies Bowl in Southampton. 7 more Pakistan players have tested positive for COVID-19, taking the total to 10. Players who have tested negative will, however, depart for the tour of England on June 28. Pakistan is due to meet England in 3 tests and 3 T20 internationals beginning in August. Hadir Ale, Haris Rauf, Shadab Khan showed no symptoms before testing positive on Sunday. They have now been joined by Fakhar Zaman, Imran Khan, Kashif Bhatti, Mohammad Hafiz, Mohammad Hasnain, Mohammad Rizwan, and Wahab Riaz, along with Team Mashur Malang Ali, after further tests were carried out yesterday. All 11 individuals have been told to observe strict quarantining at their homes. New Zealand's 2-test tour of Bangladesh, which was scheduled in August-September as part of the ICC World Test Championships, have been postponed for a later date amid the COVID-19 outbreak. Now, cricket has been suspended since mid-March in Bangladesh, with the Sher Bangla National Stadium, cricket's headquarters in the country, well within a virus red zone. Bangladesh has crossed the 100,000 mark for total number of coronavirus cases, with over 1,500 deaths attributed to the pandemic so far. This is Bangladesh's 4th postponement since March, following the 2nd test against Pakistan in Karachi in April, Ireland and UK tour in May, and Australia's tour of Bangladesh in June. Their tour to Sri Lanka, scheduled for July-August, is still in doubt. New Zealand have also had several deferrals, including the cancellation of the Chappelle Hadley series in March after one day international. They have postponed their Europe tour and a tour to the West Indies. Still on cricket, the big hitter Christopher Henry Gayle has opted out of the T20 CPL a day before the players' draft is scheduled to take place. The tournament this year is scheduled to take place in Trinidad and Tobago from August 18 until September 10, subject to permission from the local government. Gayle, who was set to turn out for the St. Lucia Zooks, told the franchise yesterday that he would not be available to play due to personal reasons. It is then understood that the big left-hander pointed out that due to the coronavirus lockdown, he has not been able to meet his family and his young child, who are in St. Kitts, while he has been in Jamaica. Gayle signed up with the Zooks in April after an acrimonious fallout with the Jamaican Talawas, where he had returned in 2019 for his 2nd stint. The Zooks would have been the 3rd team Gayle would have represented in the CPL after 2 stints with the Talawas and a 2-year stay with St. Kitts and Nevis. GAYLE's abrupt decision is understood to have disrupted the Zook's plan for the players' draft, which will be conducted virtually tomorrow for the first time due to the travel restrictions imposed by countries to arrest the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. We kick it over to football news now. The Orlando Pride, the team of reggae girl Konya Plummer, has withdrawn from the upcoming NWSL Challenge Cup after 6 players and 4 staffers tested positive for the coronavirus. The news is a significant setback for a league attempting to become the first in American professional team sports to resume competition. Orlando announced the decision 6 days before it was scheduled to play the Chicago Red Stars on the opening day of the tournament to be held in the Salt Lake City area. Meanwhile, U.S. women's team star Tobin Heath says she will not participate in the Challenge Cup, with the Portland Thorns standout citing concerns about the coronavirus in making her decision. Heath joins fellow U.S. stars Carly Lloyd, Kristen Pett, Mallory Pugh, and Megan Rapinoe among high-profile names missing the event. On to some English Premier League news now. Tottenham Hotspurs today picked up their first victory in 8 games to leave West Ham United with a battle to stay in the Premier League. Czech Republic midfielder Tomas Souček inadvertently converted into his own net following Giovanni Lo Celso's corner, and Harry Kane broke clear to stroke in his 18th goal of the season. With 7 games remaining, the loss leaves the Hammers outside the relegation zone, but only on goal difference with Bournemouth, Aston Villa, and Norwich, who lie in the bottom 3, all now having a game in hand over this West Ham side. Also today, Brighton pulled further clear of the relegation zone with a 0-0 draw at Leicester, but it could have been more if Neil Maupay had not missed a penalty. The result leaves Leicester in 3rd place, 4 points above Chelsea in 4th, but Brendan Rodgers will be worried about their stuttering form that has seen them win just once in their last 7 games. For Brighton and Herd Albion, their positive momentum since the resumption continues as they are now 6 points above the relegation zone. Finally, in the sports news tonight, world number 1 tennis player Novak Djokovic has become the latest tennis player to test positive for COVID-19. It comes after Grigor Dimitrov, Borna Koric, and Viktor Troicki all revealed they had the virus after playing at Djokovic's Adria Tour competition. Djokovic played fellow Serb Troicki in the first event in Belgrade. The remaining Adria Tour events in Banja Luka and Sarajevo have now been cancelled. And those are the stories making sports news tonight. We now head back to the news desk with Shelley and Hill.
Thank you so much, Christopher. And now to end tonight's newscast, here are the main points. Police uncover mass burial site containing human remains in Spanish town St. Catherine. Saharan dust plume that has been affecting the island since yesterday, expected to intensify within the next 24 hours. Jamaica's distributive trade reports that food items are still insufficient supply despite a global economic slowdown due to COVID-19. And government announces that scrap metal exporters must now register online through the Trade Board's Jamaica Single Window for Trade portal to obtain permits. And that's our news package for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News at 8. I am Shelley Hill. Stay safe and pleasant viewing.